here this morning with Dr. Dar from our medical center.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy spring.
Happy spring to everybody.
Right, yes. So what's happening in the medical center? What would you like to talk about?
Well, medical center is always very active, and our doctors and our staff is always available to help you, and I think the patients are finding it very attractive,
I'm sure.
they willingly come.
That's good.
But I tell them most of the time, it's good to love the doctors and the medical center, but don't love too much. It's not a good place for you to come.
It's not a place to hang out.
Yes.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And it's always good to call for an appointment.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So medical center is recently we were a little bit busy because there was a mild outbreak of flu in our community.
Flu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real flu in our community, and it was present both in the independent living and also in the continuous care.
Okay.
But fortunately, Ericsson have a very good proactive plan, and we implemented it immediately in coordination with all our departments, and we were in contact with the health department also. And I think we nailed it immediately.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
good news.
Yeah, actually, we were on, we have different stages to control. We call it stay level, go level, and, flu outbreak level.
Mm-hmm.
We reached to the go level, but in the continuous care, we are back to stay level. It's mean we are
Good.
back. And so a
Good.
lot of the things which we were doing, extra cleaning and little bit more protections, this probably will go away.
But that things are down, but that doesn't mean we all shouldn't stop. That we all should stop washing our hands and doing all the things we do.
Oh,
we
yes.
need to keep that up.
Absolutely. We win the war, but the virus is always there.
Yes.
And unless otherwise we are vigilant, it can come back. The good part is that the season is gone, but
Near at the end.
you never know. It's always recommended that if you have any flu-like symptoms like fever, body ache, tiredness, fatigue, you have a runny nose, sore throat, scratchy throat, and you are coughing, having shortness of breath, so instead of going to the medical center, call them.
Okay.
Because we would like to hear from you before you come to the medical center, and if it's possible, we will like to help you while you are in your room, isolated from other communities, so that
you're not sharing your germs.
Not sharing your viruses and germs to the other person. It's a responsibility as a citizen.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
So if you come to the medical center, we try to isolate these type of patients, so don't feel bad.
I know. I went one time with a bad cold, and someone immediately put a mask on me, which was so smart.
Yeah, and if it happens to me, they are going to put me in the same room.
There you go. Right. Good point.
Yeah. So it's good. We isolate them. We evaluate. We have a specialized flu testing kit. We can tell you that if you have flu or no, but unfortunately that sensitivity of that kit is around 70%. So even if you don't have flu, it can be positive, and if you have flu, it can be negative. So the generalized protocol is that if there is an outbreak of flu, we don't bother even to test you. We assume that you have a flu, and we give you the medication. Treat it accordingly. And the medication is pretty safe. It can cause you...
Is that the one, I've heard the word Tamiflu?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
And it's important to get that early, like within the first 24 hours or so?
24 to 48 hours will be the most effective. After that, the effectiveness is still there, but will be less. One more thing I would like to, actually I would like to thank all the community. This year we saw a few cases, but we didn't see the way we saw it last year. And And the reason was that the cooperation of our residents, they were willing to get the flu shots. And because of that, two things happened. First, we did not get the very strong flu season in our community. And the second thing was, even the patients who had flu shot got flu again, which is not something unusual.
Yeah.
It's not unusual because the virus has different type of, different type of viruses can cause flu. But the good part is because our community was so much well vaccinated that they did not experience the full force of flu infection.
Do we have any idea what percentage of our residents had got the shot?
I think it was around 90%.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
And there could have been some that got them from an outside doctor too that you didn't have on your statistics.
Yeah. But we don't accept it as a wonderful. We want it 100%.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so that's a good start. How about that?
Yes. And next year I think we'll achieve it.
Good. That's great. Well, I know it was beautifully organized, so it was easy to get in and get your flu shot and get out and go on.
And I think every year is a learning curve, and next year we will be even better than this.
There you go. So I have a question. We were talking here in the studio. On television, we're hearing a lot about the measles. And what we were wondering is, should people in our age group get a measles shot? Or if we had measles, did that, like I had it when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, does that protect me forever?
Yes. Once you have a measles shot, it gives you protection all your life.
But most of us were born before the measles. We weren't around when the measles shot was given.
Yes, but if you went through the school system here, then there is a almost 100% possibility that you were given measles shot. And measles shots were given in the form of MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. So these are three viruses, vaccine which protects against these 3 viruses. So I am pretty confident that all of the residents here got the measles shot.
I really don't think I did because, and I'm 74, and I don't think the shot existed when I was young because I know I had both the 2-week measles and the 3-day measles.
Yes.
So I think maybe some of us are too old to have gotten that shot because it didn't exist when we were young.
Yeah. If you did not get a shot, there is a possibility you got the measles.
Oh, I had the measles.
So
I remember that.
If you had the measles, you are protected.
Okay.
The second thing is that if you are concerned that I don't know if I got it or no, it's a very simple test. We draw some blood and send it for the measles antibodies.
Oh, okay.
And we can, after the test, we can tell you if you were ever exposed or if you got the virus or if you had the vaccine. So if you don't have it, either of them, we are willing to give you. It's not too late. We can give you now.
So we have a lot of people who have young grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and they may be worried about being around them.
Yes.
If someone had been exposed to the measles. So there's a way to test to see if I have the antibodies, and if I didn't, you can give me the shot.
Yes, we do have the test available.
That's great.
It's just like the other test, but the lab can send us the report, and based on the report, we can tell you if you were exposed or not. Yeah.
Good to know.
And the vaccine is also available.
Now, and the vaccine is, and I don't, which one is the German measles and which one is, the German measles is different from rubella?
Yeah.
One of them is 3 days.
Yeah.
But that's really the more dangerous one for pregnant women, which we're not concerned about here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So nature is helping you.
That's right. Yes, it's a good thing. So while we're talking about vaccinations, let's talk about those shingles shots.
Yeah.
Some people had a shingles shot a number of years ago, and now I hear there's a different one.
Yes, shingle shot was available in the past also, and a lot of people have that shot. But the sensitivity and the protection that shot gives you was not as good as the new one is.
Okay.
So if you had a shingle shot, or if you had a herpes zoster or shingles in the past, or if you did not have shingles, regardless, I would advise that you should get a new shingle shot.
And the new shingle shots it's a set of 2 shots.
It's a set of 2 shots. It's called Shingrix, and it can be given after 3 months apart.
Okay.
So it gives you a pretty good protection against shingles.
What is the relationship between shingles and chickenpox?
Shingles and chickenpox. Chickenpox is a disease which is caused by the herpes zoster virus. Herpes is a very large group of viruses, and one of the virus causes chickenpox. Chickenpox causes fever and large blisters on all over your bodies. Most of the time it happens in the childhood, but it can happen
I'm glad I don't remember that. I know I had chickenpox, but I don't remember it. It sounds ugly.
Yeah. So it happens during the childhood, but it can happen in the adulthood. If it happens in the adulthood, it can be dangerous.
Oh.
So most of the time it is self-limiting. It gets better on its own, but sometimes the virus sits down in the nerve and stays there dormant for years and years and years. And once your immunity declines or decreases, the virus becomes activated. And whenever the virus becomes activated, it causes a rash in the distribution of the nerve in which the virus itself is sitting. And then you get those blisters.
That's why it's so painful, because it's in the nerve.
Yes, and it's very painful. Most of the time, again, the virus blisters and rash disappears, but the pain remains. And pain is very bad.
I have heard that. So is the shingle shot is not available in your medical center, but it is available through the CVS pharmacy, is that correct?
That is correct.
And I know I got my first shot through the Army, and then they couldn't get the second shot. And then we found out that the CVS had it, but they did require a prescription.
Yes.
So I had to get a prescription from my doctor and then go to the CVS and get the medicine and take it to the medical center, and your staff gave it to me.
Yes, we will give it to you.
Okay, so it's a little complicated, but it's well worth it.
It's well worth it, and sometimes, recently it was not available immediately. But nowadays, I think it's available.
It's a little more available. I just heard one of the staff here in the station say that she had been on a waiting list at Safeway to get it, but they had a cancellation and she was able to get it.
Yes.
Okay. We have about 30 seconds. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, this is, the season is opening up, sun is coming out, getting warmer, and I am sure a lot of people will be going outside. I would like to suggest them, please take care of yourself, don't fall.
Yes, don't be looking at those pretty blossoms and trip on the sidewalk.
Yes, and I always tell them that take a cane. If you are walking without a cane, take a cane and walk. And I tell them, think like you are a duke, you are a king. They always carry a cane, whether they need it or no.
That's right.
So all of our residents are royals, so they should carry a cane.
That's a good way to do it. I like that. I'll remember that. Dr. Dar, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you another time.
Sure, thank you.
Okay.